Hello students, today we will discuss about the geological timescale. We all know that our planet is a member of the solar system. It came into existence about 4.5 billion years back, and in course of its evolution from its day of origin till today, it has faced a series of changes, particularly on its outermost skin, that is rocky crust. And that history, the history of change that our earth has faced over its crust, that forms the subject matter of the geological time scale. From the date of origin of earth till today, this crust of earth is facing a number of changes, starting from the distribution of land and sea, evolution and extinction of life forms, origin of different rock types, plutonic, volcanic, sedimentary, metamorphic, and origin of major mountain belts, ocean basins, mid-oceanic ridges, oceanic trenches. So all these features that have evolved over the Earth's crust, and this history has been studied in course of time through classification of the entire geological time into several eons, eras, periods, epochs and ages. And these changes of rocky crust of the earth is forming the subject matter of our geological time scale. So it has been seen that the original earth's crust or the primordial earth crust, which evolved about 4 billion years back, that was not containing any life. It was mostly azoic, because when earth came into being, it came into being in form of a liquid or gaseous mass. Gradual cooling of that liquid mass gave rise to the crust. When the crust was in the process of formation, there was extensive volcanism. So whatever crust was being formed, that was again overlapped by the volcanic matter. And during that time, there was massive bombardment of the extraterrestrial bodies over the Earth's surface, such as asteroids. And due to impact of those asteroids, the Earth's surface was being altered. The primordial crust was being altered. And the temperature of the Earth's crust was much high, particularly from 4.5 billion years to 4 billion years, during which the rocky crust came into existence. And as the temperature was not congenial, there was no life possible on the crust. Then the Earth's crust gradually evolved with its rocky layers and with respect to the appearance of different life forms on the face of the earth. So the details of the history of earth is described in tabular form below, that I will discuss. So the entire geological time has been divided into 4 eons. The oldest eon is the Hadean eon, which spans in time from 4.5 billion years to 4 billion years. That is the oldest eon during which the Earth's crust came into being, and that crust is called primordial crust, and it contains no life. This eon was followed by Archean eon, which ranges in time from 4 billion years to 2.5 billion years. During this time, some of the microorganisms could come into the existence on the earth's surface. They are cyanobacteria. They were not true plants. They are capable of photosynthesis and they could release oxygen to alter the composition of the atmosphere to make it suitable for the further evolution with time. So oxygenated atmosphere started to develop because of these photosynthetic organisms. And there is no other major changes during this Archean time. The rock types were igneous and metamorphic in origin. Most of the metallic deposits of the world, they owe their origin to this geological time. And some of the major events in Earth's history, that is the mountain building movements, have also taken place during this period, which gave rise to the metallic deposits within the rocky crust of the earth. The Archean period was followed by the Proterozoic time, Proterozoic eon, which spans from 2.5 billion years to 542 million years. During this time, the blue-green algae, they dominated, annelids, coelenteras, they started appearing, and stromatolites, which indicate which are not true fossils, but they show that the organisms are thriving on the face of the earth through their activities. Their activities or the activity of organisms is being preserved in form of fossils, which are called as stromatolites. So, stromatolites are seen, annelids, coelenteras are found, and blue-green algae, they were found. So during this Proterozoic time, and during 1.3 to 0.9 billion years back, there was a single landmass which was existing on the Earth's crust, that was known as Rodinia. Rodinia was a single landmass. It was surrounded by the oceans, ancient oceans. But it has been seen in the entire history of the Earth that the continents, supercontinents form, they break to form continents, again continents come together to form supercontinent, and this type of activity is going on within the entire geological time of the earth. So Rodinia was existing during the time from 1.3 to 0.9 billion years back. This broke about 750 million years back to form the continents, and these continents again came together to form another single landmass that is known as Panacea, which took place about 600 to 640 million years back. So these are the major events that could ended up to the end of Proterozoic time. So this time period up to 542 million years back, from Earth's origin, the entire Earth's surface was not presenting life in large scale. In small scale, microorganisms were flourishing, and only some of the land movements or tectonic movements have taken place to form the supercontinent and breaking of that supercontinent, again union of that continents to form Panacea. So these events have taken place. It was followed by this Phanerozoic eon, which spans in time from 542 million years up to the present. And this Phanerozoic time has been divided into three eras. They are Paleozoic, Mesozoic and Cenozoic. In Paleozoic, there are 6 divisions which are called 6 periods. They are Cambrian, Ordovician, Silurian, Devonian, Carboniferous and Permian. And their time range is from 542 million years up to 251 million years. And during this time, there has been explosion of life. The lowermost unit of Paleozoic time is Cambrian, which spans in time from 542 to 488.3 million years. During this time, the mollusks, the snails, the squids, the pelecypods, insects, trilobites or arthropods, they started flourishing in the then oceans of the Earth's crust. And these trilobites, they dominated in the entire Paleozoic time. That's why Paleozoic period is called as Paleozoic era is known as the age of trilobites, because trilobites appeared at the beginning of the Paleozoic and they continued and became extinct at the end of the Paleozoic. That's why the entire Paleozoic time is called as the age of trilobites. And after Cambrian, the Ordovicians or the Ordovician period of time is known to span from 488.3 to 443.7 million years. And during this time, the plants started appearing on land. They are early non-vascular plants such as bryophytes. So bryophytes, there is no differences of the plant into root, stem, leaf. They are represented by mosses, liverworts, and in the then oceans there are jawless fish, corals, in addition to the mollusks, snails, squids, pelecypods, insects, trilobites. So these were dominating. So during Ordovician time, it can be said that first land plants started appearing on the face of the earth. It was followed by the Silurian time, which spans in time from 443.7 to 460 million years. During this time, the plants became gradually advanced from bryophytes to pteridophytes, or the plants became vascular with development of the proper xylem and phloem within their bodies for transport of water and food for the growth of plants. And they are represented by ferns, horsetails, club mosses with root and leaves. And this was followed by the Devonian time, which spans in age from 416 million years to 359.2 million years. And this Devonian time is better known as the age of fish. And the amphibians started appearing on the face of the earth. Amphibians, both they could live on land and sea. And giant tree-like plants such as Archaeopteryx, it came into existence on the earth's surface. The first forest came into existence, and pteridophytes dominated during this time. And after Devonian, there was the Carboniferous period, which is divided into two epochs, Mississippian and Pennsylvanian. And Carboniferous time is noted for a rich occurrence of coal. So coal has been produced from plant matter. So there must be luxuriant growth of plants on the face of the earth, and the plants are being represented by the gymnosperms. So initially the plants that developed were bryophytes, followed by pteridophytes, and then towards the close of Paleozoic time, the gymnosperms started developing on the face of the earth. They are primitive cone-bearing plants such as pines, cycads, conifers, ferns, ginkgoes. They dominated in the swamps of the then earth crust, which later on converted into the coal. And this Carboniferous time is the time for formation of coal all over the world. And this Carboniferous time spans from 318.1 million years to 359.2 million years. And it was followed by the Permian time, in which the trilobites become extinct and the plants, they became more advanced. The gymnosperms became more advanced. Conifers, cycads, ginkgoes, they became widespread on the face of the earth and developed the forests, which could give rise to the coal in Carboniferous time, Permian time. So Permo-Carboniferous time is noted for coal. And during the Paleozoic time, the entire face of the earth has faced several phases of the mountain building movements. And these are the Caledonian orogeny, when the Scandinavian mountains, Scotland mountains and Greenland mountains were produced, which came into existence from 490 to 390 million years back because of the collision of Laurentia, Baltica, Albania, which were the land masses, dismembered land masses from Pannosia. Because first land was during Proterozoic time, Rodinia. It broke and again it produced Pannosia. And Pannosia broke to form Laurentia, Baltica, these continents. And these continents came together during Caledonian orogeny to form Scandinavian mountains, Scotland mountains and Greenland mountains. And it was followed by another orogeny which is called Akkadian orogeny, which spans from 420 to 370 million years, during which the Appalachian mountains developed. The Appalachian mountains of North America developed. So, the Paleozoic time is noted for this type of mountain building activities. Major mountains of the earth were being produced. And towards the middle of the Paleozoic time, the Variscan orogeny started developing on the earth's surface, which brought together the dismembered continents into a single landmass, that is Pangaea. So Pangaea came into being due to Variscan orogeny. And during the Permo-Carboniferous time, the Pangaea completely developed, and another orogeny which came into being towards the close of Paleozoic time, that is Alexian orogeny. Alexian orogeny, which took place during the time from 325 to 260 million years back, and that during that orogeny the Appalachian mountains were fully developed because of the collision of Africa with North America. So Alexian orogeny is noted for the collision of Africa with North America, and that contributed towards the formation of Appalachian mountains. And then the Mesozoic era started, which spans in age from 251 million years to 65.5 million years, and it is divided into three periods: Triassic, Jurassic and Cretaceous. And this entire era is noted for the reptiles, and the dinosaurs were dominant. The dinosaurs appeared during Triassic time and became extinct during the close of the Mesozoic era, that is during Cretaceous time. So Mesozoic can be called as the age of dinosaurs, and also the Mesozoic period is also called as the age of cycads. And the whole Pangaea, which was existing as a single landmass after its formation during the time from 335 to 175 billion years back, it started breaking during the Mesozoic time, particularly 175 billion years back. It started breaking to form Laurasia in Gondwana land. So dismemberment of Pangaea took place during Jurassic time, and during the Mesozoic era, major animals were represented by the dinosaurs, and during Jurassic time the birds started appearing on the face of the earth, and the dinosaur-like bird, which is called as Archaeopteryx, it appeared on the face of the earth, and it is called as the missing link between the dinosaurs and the modern birds. So birds started appearing during Jurassic time, and some of the major geological upheavals, that is formation of mountain building movements, took place, which include the Nevadan orogeny from 155 to 145 million years back, during which the Sierra Nevada mountains in Western North America came into existence. So, Nevadan orogeny is an important event during Mesozoic era and the breaking of Pangaea. During the Cretaceous, the upper Mesozoic time, that is Cretaceous time, which has a lifespan from which has the time period from 145.5 million years to 65.5 million years back. And during this time, what happened? The dinosaurs became extinct by the impact of asteroids, and this is the time of mass extinction of life. Plants were bit advanced. The gymnosperms were developing towards the close of Paleozoic, and towards the close of Mesozoic, the angiosperms or the flowering plants started appearing on the face of the earth. And towards the close of the Mesozoic time, another orogeny started affecting the rocky crust of the earth, that is severe orogeny, which spans in time from 140 to 50 million years back, during which the Rocky Mountains developed in North America. And the entire Mesozoic time is known as the age of reptiles or age of dinosaurs. It is followed by the Cenozoic time, Cenozoic era, and thus this is the youngest era, which is divided into two periods, tertiary and quaternary. And tertiary period begins from 65.5 million years to 1.8 million years. And during this time, the mammals, they flourished on the face of the earth. So tertiary period is noted as the age of mammals and also the age of flowering plants. During Paleocene time, the first primate appeared on the face of the earth, followed by Eocene time, which is the age of the horse, Eocene horse, because grasses, varieties of grasses dominate on the face of the earth, because of which the grazing animals came into existence. And during Oligocene time, it is called the age of apes, diversification of mammals, whales, primates, bat. So mammals diversified. And towards Miocene, the mammals, evolution of mammals reached a peak. And during Pliocene time, the first hominids or the humans in form of chimpanzees, gorillas, or orangutans, they appeared along with the herbs. And the major orogeny during tertiary time are two, that is Alpine orogeny and Himalayan orogeny. Alpine orogeny took place from 65 million years and is continuing till present, and due to this, the mountains of Europe such as Alps, Atlas, Carpathians, they have developed and are still developing. Similarly, Himalayan mountains, which evolved from 55 million years back and are evolving with time, and they have not achieved complete stability or isostasy, they are still growing. And the Himalayan mountains or the Tibetan plateau, they have come into being through Himalayan orogeny. So, tertiary period, or we can say Cenozoic time, is the age of mammals, Mesozoic time, age of reptiles, Paleozoic time, age of trilobites, age of fishes, age of the lower plants, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms. And towards the close of the geologic time, that is the quaternary epoch, we have two quaternary period, we have two epochs, one is Pleistocene, the other is Holocene. Pleistocene spans from 1.8 to 0.01 million years, and Holocene from 0.01 million years up to present. So quaternary or the Pleistocene time is noted for worldwide glaciation, or this is the ice age, and it is the age of shrubs, age of man, and Holocene is called as the age of modern man, diversification of plants. So entire Paleozoic time can be called as the era, eon for the diversification of life on the face of the earth, and also for the rise of the major mountain chains of the Earth's surface. So this is all about the brief history and the geological time scale of our Earth, how the entire time has been divided into eons, eras, epochs and ages, and what are the major events that have taken place during different geological times. And for more details, I have provided another table which classifies the epochs to further ages, that has been given in a tabular form, and this is most advanced. But what I discussed, this is the base that forms the subject matter of the geological time of Earth, and if details are required, then I can say that this table may be followed. So if I can summarize, the entire geological time of the Earth has been classified into 4 eons: Hadean, Archean, Proterozoic, all eons. The 3 eons are generally considered as Precambrians. And the final recent eon is the Phanerozoic eon, which is divided into 3 eras: Paleozoic, Mesozoic and Cenozoic. The Paleozoic era has been divided into 6 periods, namely Cambrian, Ordovician, Silurian, Devonian, Carboniferous, Permian. The Mesozoic era has been divided into Triassic, Jurassic and Cretaceous periods. The Cenozoic era has been classified into Tertiary, Quaternary periods. The Tertiary period is divided into 5 epochs: Paleocene, Eocene, Oligocene, Miocene, Pliocene. The Quaternary period is divided into Pleistocene and Holocene. Weather events in the different times are Precambrian, are the Precambrians, which the term Precambrian is used to include the 3 eons: Hadean, Archean and Proterozoic. It represents the oldest rocks of the crust with very little life forms, mostly represented by algae, protozoans, annelids, coleodontata. The Hadean eon is totally lifeless, azoic. This is the time when the evolution of solid crust of the Earth was being made. There were formation of and breaking up 2 supercontinents, namely Ronidia, Pannosia, during Proterozoic time. Paleozoic era, it represents the widespread explosion of life, such as animals, which include invertebrates, trilobites, mollusks, brachiopods, corals, echinoderms, vertebrates, fishes, amphibians, plants, bryophytes, followed by pteridophytes, gymnosperms. The major mountain building movements of this era are Caledonian orogeny, which contributed towards the evolution of the Scandinavia, Scotland and Greenland. The Akkadian orogeny, which developed Appalachian mountains of North America. The Variscan orogeny, which developed the single continent Pangaea and formation of mountains of Western and Central Europe. Mesozoic era, it is the era of reptiles in which dinosaurs appeared, flourished and became extinct. It is also called as the age of cycads. It is noted for first appearance of birds and angiosperms. The supercontinent Pangaea broke into Laurasia and Gondwana. The Sierra Nevada mountain of North America developed in Nevadan orogeny. Then in Cenozoic era, it is called as the age of mammals and flowering plants. The great Himalayas evolved during this time. That is through Himalayan orogeny. Also mountains of Europe were evolved through alpine orogeny, and the mountains of Rockies were evolved through severe orogeny and laramide orogeny. Presently this era is witnessing the Holocene time, we can say, is witnessing the dominance of modern man, and the Earth's surface is being affected by the anthropogenic activities of or the activities of man, which is causing use of Earth's resources, developing photorelief features on the Earth's surface, man-made features, destroying the landscape, natural landscape, and in this way man through his anthropogenic activities is affecting the Earth's surface, life and surface features. So this is all about the geology of Earth, or we can say that it is the geology of Earth's surface, or the entire geological time that Earth's surface has faced, how it has faced changes with time, that I have discussed. If the details of time scale is required, then the table that I have presented here, that may be followed. This is all about the geological timescale. Thank you.